Record. Okie dokie. Hello, everybody. I just, yeah, tonight's training was not really, it is a training, I guess. It's a little bit different. Basically, what I want to do is just sort of review the year a little bit, get you guys to review sort of you and your goals and all that kind of stuff, whether it be business or life related. It really doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't have to be all Arbonne if you don't want it to be. It's more just doing a little bit of work, I guess, on ourselves. And setting some goals for the new year. So I am recording it. I know there's some people like Becky and Kiki who can't get on because they're at work. So they will be watching it back. But I am going to ask you to have a pen and paper. I'm going to do it with you because I haven't actually done all this myself. And wow, hang on, there's another page here. I wrote all my notes today. And yeah, basically just work through, and I guess, you know, some of you may already do things like this, but I think a lot of the time we're busy, like we're all so busy and you don't often sort of reflect and really just take the time to think about things. And as I said, maybe you do, but a lot of people don't. And just maybe asking a couple of questions and looking at your habits and, you know, your business and how you do things. And yeah, I guess just seeing where you can make changes and improve. And, you know, that's kind of the goal really, is every year that passes, you know, a lot of people don't do what we do. Like, we do a lot of work on ourselves and we change, like we grow generally for the better, you know, and that sort of ties in with our business. But, you know, we do a lot of personal development. So it's one of the reasons I absolutely love this business. Yeah, because it's really important to me and I love just kind of, yeah, becoming better at everything, a better person. So anyway, I'm going to get into it. If you've got your pen and paper, so the first thing that I would like you to do is, just in a few words, and you don't have to share this with anyone. I'm not going to make you like read it out, but in a few words, like, how would you describe yourself? If you were explaining who you are to someone, how would you, you know, are you shy? Are you quiet? Are you loud? Are you funny? Are you an extrovert? Are you the life of the party? Are you, you know, like, who are you? Are you, you know, are you a dancer? Are you a this, that, you know, big drinker, no drinker? I don't know. So just describe yourself in a few words. All right. So the next one, how do you think other people would describe you if they were describing you to somebody else? How do you think other people would describe you? Okay. Now, what brings you the most passion, fulfillment, and joy? So, what things in your life bring you that? It could be something you do with work, it could be your kids, it could be exercise, it could be, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what it is. But what brings you the most passion, fulfillment, and joy? And if you don't know the answer to these, you can leave it blank and fill it in later. And I'll just cut in here as well and say, what for me, I kind of, you know, had been doing Arbonne for a couple of years, but when I asked myself some of these questions, I really discovered that, like, I've always been a party girl, like I've always been a party girl. But I had reached the point where, and I guess a lot of people reach this point sooner. But like, you know, I was just like, like my Arbonne business actually makes me very happy. Like, it definitely has its ups and downs, but when I'm coaching and mentoring people and helping them succeed, like, for me, that's actually a really happy place. That's something that really, it does make me feel, you know, useful and fulfilled and all of that kind of stuff. And I was like, oh my God, like I just want to lean into that more, like, you know, like big weekends and all that. Like, I don't have them obviously all the time, but I just really wanted to kind of get rid of them and just really lean into what was actually making me happy. And it was just like, I kind of, yeah, it was just like a bit of a moment where I was like, oh my God, like, I actually really love what I do. And yours doesn't have to be Arbonne related. I'm just saying, for me, it was that coaching and mentoring, like, as I'd grown a team, that actually really made me happy. And it was almost like I didn't feel like it was allowed to, because it was like a work thing. I was, you know what I mean? And I was like, oh, there must be something else. But I actually just really, really love it. So yeah, that's just, I just thought I'd share that with you. Where do you struggle the most? Where do you struggle? Is it time management? Is it sorting out the kids? Is it, you know what I mean? Like, what are your struggle areas? Hey, Amy, we're just filling out, if you've got your pen and paper, I've done a few questions already. If you just jump in sort of in the middle, and I can post the questions up later and you can go back and do the first ones. We've just at the moment writing down we just did basically what brings you the most passion, fulfillment and joy. And then the next one we did was where do you struggle the most? All right, next one is what abilities do you have? Okay, what am I really, really good at? What's something that you think you're really good at? And again, it could be good at meeting new people, could be, I think I'm good at selling product because I sell a lot of product. It could be, I don't know, good at making friends. Maybe you're good at organization. I don't know. That's not my strong point. Where can I improve? So what areas could you improve in? Where can you improve? Okay, what fears often hold you back? Is it a fear of rejection for booking parties or, you know, sponsoring, all that kind of stuff? Okay, what mistakes do I tend to make, if any? And then where do I continuously let myself down? So do you notice any patterns? Are you kind of in the business, out the business, in the business, out the business? Is that something that you do? Oh, my mum, for Ruby, that's right. It could be completely something different, like, you know, just have a sort of bit of self-evaluation there. Maybe you keep saying you're going to get up early and do a miracle morning and you just never do it. You know, like it could be anything. Okay. Do you actually believe that you could be a national vice president with Arbonne? All right. Now, what is one thing you can do next year that can help you towards your goal? What's one thing in your business or your life that you can do? What is a change you can make to help you towards your goal? All right. And then what is your goal for 2021 within your business? What is your goal? Do you want to be, are you happy as a district manager? Do you want to be an area manager? Do you want to be a region? Do you want to be an MVP? Absolutely anything is possible if you're willing to do the work. So what is your goal? What is a goal that you're going to be happy with this time next year when you're sitting on this call or your own call and you're like, I'm going to be a RVP, MVP, area manager. Write it down. And then I hope you know what your QV requirements are to get there. All right. And then what I would like you to do in your own time, you don't have to do it now, is write down a timeline of getting to that goal. So whether it be you hit 5,000, 5,000, 10,000, 15,000, 20,000, whatever it may be. I want you to, in your own time, do like a January, February, March, April, May, and just write out the QV of where you want to be so that you can track yourself. And this is something that you can just put in your office and you can look at it. You don't have to stare at it for hours. Just put it there so it's in view and you can actually just, you know, gauge it when you see it. Now, when you look over, hang on, let's just see what I've got over here. Yeah, that's all good. Okay, when you look over this list, like I want you guys to go back and have a look at it again and again and again, and you know, just have a look at where you can make changes and things that you might want to do differently. You know, be honest with yourself about where your weaknesses are and where your strengths are as well, and you know, where there's, you know, gaps and things that you think that you can do better. Like you need to kind of go back, revisit that, and make a conscious effort to do something differently, because we all have our habits. It's like with your food, you probably eat similar food on a lot of days because you've got a habit. And it's the same with, you know, when you're running your business, you have a habit. My personal like weakness is I'm crap with follow-ups. I'm not that great with them, and I'm really trying hard. And when I'm away, it's something I'm really going to focus on, is following up with my clients. So that for me is an area. You might be really good at that. I think, Amy, I think you're quite good with all your follow-ups, and I'm good with the relationships. I'm just not always good with following up on every order. So that's, you know, something for me. No one's perfect. We've all got room for improvement. So it's just really taking the time to look at where you need some help. And the other thing is, go to your upline, go to your sponsor, go to your coach with your list and be like, okay, well, this is where I'm crap. How do I fix it? If you don't know how to do it, ask for help, and you know, we will show you or lead you in the right direction as to how to sort of, you know, do it better, I guess, because you know, whoever's brought you into the business has done what you've already done and elevated and all that kind of stuff. So you know, you might have cracks in belief. It could be just that you need a little bit of tweaking with organization, or maybe you've, you know, got some fears and you need to do some PD. So just, I guess, have a look at, you know, where you are, where you want to be, and just bloody dream big. Next year's going to be so good. Honestly, 2020 was a bit of a kick in the ass. Like it was, I feel like we were still the lucky ones out of the year, but it definitely wasn't a normal year. Like, you know, it wasn't a normal year in Arbonne. It wasn't a normal year in the world. And, you know, the world got a little bit sad, I guess. But I do believe that 2021 will be amazing and we'll be back on track. So yeah, I think that we've got good times coming ahead, but I think this is an important time of the year where we can kind of reflect on what we did great and what we didn't do so great, and kind of just, yeah, like move forward and just get ready for such a good year next year. Like it is such a nice feeling to start a new year fresh and be like, right, you know, off you go 2020, let's just do this. You know, business is business. It will always be up and down. I don't care who you are. Any type of business will always be like this. All we need to make sure is that generally we're like this, and it's always going to have your little dips. And, you know, it's just business. You can't, like, there's no business out there that I know of that just goes like that, or everyone would be doing it. So, you know, just be aware that if you have slumps in your business, that is completely normal. You know, there's always going to be ups and downs, but, you know, this business is 100% where we want to be. And I mean, even just like how they've rebranded us with the packaging and everything. What's the time? Yeah. But like, it looks amazing. Like they're forward thinking. They're thinking about everything. And I know there are more exciting things coming in 2021 that I'm not allowed to say yet, but there's some really good things coming that are going to make our business even better and make the public love us even more, let's just say. So there are some really, really good things that people have been asking for that we're finally getting, which is awesome. But, you know, when it comes to having a strong business that sort of survives everything, at the end of the day, it's down to us as consultants. Now, when people are looking to join your business, would they join you? Would you join you? Are you consistent? Are you a lifer? Are you obsessed with Arbonne? You know, you don't have to be like a crazy person, but I was talking to Tilly about this on the way home. I was like, look, if someone joins my business, they might fall away, but I'm never going to fall away. Like, people can be very confident to join me. They don't think, oh, if I join Sarah, she might stop in 6 months. You know, like, they can be confident. Look, if I join Sarah, the only reason that, you know, anything's going to go bad is if I stop. You know, I'm not going anywhere. People they know I'm a lifer, and they know I do Arbonne. So, you know, what image are you putting out there? Do you kind of put your foot in and then put your foot out, and then put your foot in, and then go, oh, and put your foot out, or something comes up, you know. And look, we all have life 100%. You cannot be 100%, you know, on top of your business all the time. And that's not the idea, you know, eventually anyway. But you still need to have some sort of consistency, and people need to feel confident that when they join you, you are always going to be there to lead them. They need to know that. So, you know, if people aren't joining you, that could be a reason why. You just have to look at what you're projecting out there. And it's not always the case 100%, but they do need to know that you are a lifer. So, you know, that is just something that's really, really important. And when people stop and start, I think that, you know, people are always watching. Come on, guys. That's why Instagram is so popular. Everyone wants to know what everybody's doing, you know, like they're watching all the time. So yeah, just first of all, be always, you know, be aware of what you're saying to people about your business. And just, yeah, make sure that you do have that commitment and that consistency, because that's when people will join you, and it's not always straight away, but over time. And, you know, just be really, really clear on how amazing this business is. Like, we really are so lucky. We take a bit of a break now over the Christmas period, but, you know, I've always got my antenna up. You know, even when I go down south, if I meet someone, or, you know, like, I'm still thinking Arb on 100%. And as I said, I'm going to use that time to be doing follow-ups. So but I love my business. It's important to me. It is my main source of income. And that's another thing. Like, you know, when you need this business, you make it work. So it 100% works. So if you need this to work, it will work. Okay. When you put the time and the effort in. So it's always a priority for me. So that's, you know, another reason that I do have success with the business. But yeah, I guess basically just a bit of self-evaluation. Know what your goals are. If you don't have a goal, you just aimlessly fly around. So know what your goals are, be consistent. And that was pretty much it for that. One thing I did want to ask was, did anyone have any ideas or anything that you particularly wanted us to be doing in the new year? So I know I put it on the page, but I just thought I would ask if there's anything in particular that anyone wants to do. If not, that's totally fine. I know a lot of people have said they want in-person catch-ups, which is absolutely fine. The only thing is, though, like even last night with the attendance, which is absolutely fine, but it can be hard to get people together because people are busy and life happens and babysitters and all that kind of stuff. So I am more than happy to start, and I have spoken to Britt about this, and we're happy to start putting get-togethers on. But I guess it will depend on how many people can actually come to them as well, as to, you know what I mean, like what we do. And we were thinking we could move them around in location as well, so it's not always like a massive drive for Amy and Tara. But anyway, that's something we can discuss. But was there anything else that anyone in particular wanted to do? Do you want us to start doing DAs? Like, is there anything at all? If there is, reach out and let us know, because, you know, we're open. Like, this is, you know, like the more people we have with ideas, the better. If you guys have got something, we can kind of bounce off each other and go, okay, that's a really good idea. So, you know, if you've got something, always speak up, share it with us, you know, and we can, yeah, just see what we can do to make our businesses absolutely cracking in the new year. Because I tell you what, we're going to come out kicking, guys. We're going to absolutely come out kicking. You bet your bottom dollar. All right. And with your vision, make sure it's there to include other people. So obviously I want nation because I want to be a nation. But if for me to go nation, that vision means that I'm producing other regions. So that's other people. Do you know what I mean? Like, when you elevate, it's not just about you, it's about helping those underneath you. I can't go nation without helping people go region, you know? How cool is that? How cool is that? It's amazing. So, you know, if you want to be area, you're really going to have to help some people get to district. And if you want to go to region, you're going to have to help some people get to area. So, you know, your vision needs to encompass other people as well. So we are absolutely going to kick ass though next year. I can feel it. It's going to be such a good year. And that's pretty much it, guys. Did you have anything you wanted to say, Britt? No, she's good. Yeah, she's just got home from teaching a probably triple-double or something. All right, guys. Well, that's it pretty much. I just thought I'd run through those couple of things. Really, really quick one tonight. I don't think, is it Christmas next week? Like on Thursday? Oh my God. Okay. Well, I'm sure I'll speak to you anyway. But yeah, we obviously won't be doing anything for Christmas. But yeah, that's it, guys. Enjoy the rest of your evening. All right. See you, everyone.